You are experiencing an incredibly annoying wait time. We do apologize, but again, the show will start momentarily. Please stand by. Thank you for tuning in. Please stand by. Our show will begin momentarily. You are experiencing an incredibly annoying wait time. We do apologize, but again, the show will start momentarily. Please.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Popular Unknown Paintball Live. And sorry for being about 8 minutes late. Experienced a few technical difficulties. StreamYard has a lot of really cool new things that we can do. And I've got a great guest on tonight. I've got Eric from GZ Red. And I was just showing him, he wants to share a couple videos with us. And so we were playing with some buttons and just trying to get him acclimatized because not everybody's a professional like me. Anyway, so we got some comments coming in already. We got Kieran. Hey, Kieran. Oh, and we got Hanson from Chicago. Hey, Rob. Yeah. So welcome to the last show of 2021. Wow, what a year. I was talking on Fred's show, Fred Schultz, Mr. Fred and Friends, yesterday, and we were talking about things that happened this year and things that we're looking forward to next year. So, if you get the chance, swing by Mr. Fred and Friends on Flagpole Productions and check it out. But yeah, what a year. Anyway, I don't like long monologues. I razz Fred about it all the time, and I really want to get Eric up and going. So let's give a huge shout out to our sponsors first. We got Ultra Silk. God, I love Caesar stuff. We got the Ali Remembered Foundation. Such a great thing. We've got Jelly Ball, which I honestly believe Jelly Ball is going to be the savior of a lot of paintball fields and paintball in general, just because it opens up action pursuit games to a much younger crowd because kids 5 and up can play. And I know that some parents and some people have questions about whether actual paintball is good for kids before their teens because of just emotional and pain and whatnot. So I'm a big fan of Jelly Ball, and I proudly sponsor it, and I'm proudly support it. Then we got to give a shout out to Transfuse. I was actually talking to Steve today. There's some pretty cool things coming out for 2022. So make sure you like and follow him over on Translabs over on Instagram, because that's where he is most active. But go check out Steve and all the cool things he's doing. And last but not least, it's hard to see on this. There we go. Paintball.media. I'm happy to work with John Amadea on his magazine and his documentaries. And the latest documentary is out. It is all about the Sabre Wolves, latest iconic paintball team. So I believe to sign up for that, you go over to the Paintball Media's Patreon account, and I believe it's about $8 US a month. And that gives you access to, there's a whole lot of documentaries he's created so far. There is all the interviews that he had for the complete history of paintball, and there's photograph. There is so much stuff. It is worth every penny, even if you only spend it like $8. Join, surf through everything, and then stop. I mean, that's your choice, but we're always releasing more and more stuff. So definitely check it out, and definitely go to paintball.media on the web and check out the magazine, because it is free every month. Not anything you have to pay for, and it's just awesome. So there we go. So that is awesome. And I was about to get started, and my guest is no longer at his thing. Check this out. Oh, he's sneaking back in. Anyway, so we are good to go. So Eric, if you want to plant your butt in the seat, please, because I'm great alone, but I'm better with a guest. So I rushed through this. So come on, dude. I'm not Fred Schultz. I don't monologue for like 3-4 hours. That's not That's not my speed. Come on, pop yourself in. I showed you how to do it. There we go.
I was gonna
Hey,
do the
Eric,
whole
how's it
and
going?
his name is John Cena thing, but no, I guess not. All right. And I had like my girlfriend's tea that I was gonna be drinking and everything. It was gonna be great. She's also watching this show from the couch right behind this computer. Get out of this thing.
Hey, tell her to come on
Michelle's
in.
there. All right, come on in, Michelle.
She's welcome to come on in.
She's a great guest. So here's Michelle. She can see that she's not even on the stream really. Now
hey, Michelle.
Other way. Let's go say hi.
Hey.
She's watching from the couch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, front row seat.
Big fan here. Big fan.
She's allowed to be in it. She's allowed to join you.
She is always allowed.
She just took.
I was gonna kill him because he's stealing my tea.
You just took the show from here to like off the screen better. So
yeah, she didn't hear a word you said, but that's okay.
All right.
You said you took the show from here to like here, like way better.
I can see.
Okay, yeah. So.
But you can't hear, and this is the whole thing is me talking.
Definitely not.
Anyway, do what you want to do, Michelle. Eric, welcome to the show. Michelle, I've been missing you since I haven't seen you both since Iron City Classic.
Yep. Where I was injured and unable to play, unfortunately. But
I'm funny watching you wheel around.
I know, right? And a little like cart that I was wheeling with one foot on is through the mulch.
Like he's not taken care of.
Yeah, through the mulch. No, she was taking great care of me, and we were working with Simon up in Inception, and it was just so much fun. We got to, really fine tune a lot of things with him in front of people, and like be like, oh, look, this is literally how this works, and this is like awesome, right?
It was awesome.
And
right.
So seeing like a lot of the mechanical side of it behind the marker and behind the scenes of what Simon actually does and why it works is incredible. It's like you get to see like people always say, oh yeah, like Inception products, it's like it's cool, it's like they work well, whatever, and then you actually like get to experience like trying to tell people why it's cool, and you're like, this is cool. Like this is awesome that like we learn the functionality of it and why it works, and you get to test out the products too is the coolest part. Like I can't tell you how many times I got the hair trigger and I'm like, all right, so you guys like playing mechanical, right? Like just you're trying to shoot more accurately, more slowly because it's mechanical, single trigger. But try to rip on it and you hear people shoot it like a machine gun and it's going like incredibly fast. And you're like, how do they do that with a single trigger? Learn that it turns out you can actually like walk those little finger hair triggers really, really easily, as if it was like a electronic micro switch. That's how it feels like, and it's incredible. But I just think it's amazing. But anyway, working with people to help, I guess, promote a better, healthier paintball community. Like Simon didn't pay us; we helped him. It's just like he's our sponsor. We went out there and we're like,
I was happy.
Hey, me and Michelle will help you out. Let's help you out. Simon didn't. Well, I mean, he gave me like a free bandana or a headband and all crazy other Inception stuff, which is great. But I didn't expect anything. And I told him, I don't want anything. I'm just here to help you because you've helped us over the years for so much. And I feel like if more teams and more people really kind of stepped up and I was less like, hey, give me, I'm sponsored, I want this. You're giving me discounts. That's all you're giving me. It's like, it's still something, right? What are you giving them besides a logo on your jersey, right? So step in and do your part. Maybe one day they'll help you out tremendously, right? It's like it's sponsors like that you help out, that you care, that help build not just you and the team, but the community.
I actually saw something about that on the podcast, or not on Facebook the other day, and I must have typed 3 responses and then deleted them because I just wanted to wail on this guy. So he shall remain nameless, but he was out there asking what are the best premium paintball guns on the market right now because he wanted to upgrade, which is like, okay, fine. That is just generic standard Facebook. I read that 50 times a day. But what really bothered me was he actually went to say, my team is sponsored by Field 1, but I don't know if I like their service or not. So I'm looking to see what is the best. And I was like, how can you be sponsored by a company and then publicly bash them and go looking for what the best is? Like, if you don't want to be sponsored, don't be sponsored. Do you know what I mean? Like, either you're in and you're committed or get the hell off. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, but to publicly say, "Oh, I'm sponsored by Field One," but I don't know if I will like their service or not. And for the record, I know a lot of the guys that work behind the scenes at Field One, and they're all excellent. I'm telling you what this guy was saying. I'm not saying that Field One is in any way, shape, or form. Like, Field One markers are top notch. Now, for myself, I don't like the ergonomics of that front grip. I think it pokes me on my hand a little bit, and I'm not keen on that. But as far as playability, shootability goes, that gun is wicked.
It really is
wicked.
I mean, I'm the kind of guy that, you throw me like a Tippmann 98, I'll go play X-Ball. That's how I used to practice. Throw me a Tippmann 98, I'll go play X-Ball. I'll play with anything. You talk paintball to me, you're cool in my book, right? I see you with an HK shirt. I'm not sponsored by HK, but I see you with an HK shirt, and I'm going to see you in public and be like, yo.
Did we just become best friends?
H's, right? What's up? Let's talk. Right? So, like, real talk, you play paintball, you're cool in my book. You support people, like, who play paintball. You don't just demean them. It's like, you bring them up. Like, I used to do these. You're going to love this. So back when I lived in Connecticut, I used to go to this field. Actually, one of the GZ Gold players owns the field. Hugh, he owns Yankee Paintball, right, up in Oxford. Right. And I used to go there every Saturday, and I used to call it because no one was really going to his field and whatnot. So I tried to help him out. I'd be like, hey, listen, I'm still paying full price. I'm going to go to the field. I'm going to bring people there for you. Watch, it'll happen. So I would bring people every now and then for a Saturday, because everybody goes for Sundays, and I would call it Drill Sergeant Sanchez Saturdays, DSX3 or whatever I called it. And people would come, and I would do free clinics. I'm not a pro, but I know more than a lot of beginners. So it's like a free clinic for like beginner stuff. And I actually learned a ton by doing that, by just giving my time to the community and like coaching people. I learned how to play way more creatively. Like, I'm thinking like, so like, and you see players like, Joe Barrett, Harrison Fry, they do this stuff all the time. That's because of all the clinics that they've given their time to teach people. They've discovered so many more things that they use in their gameplay that makes them incredibly creative players on the field and gives them a huge advantage mentally to outsmart their opponents. Like, for example, like, I'll be shooting this way, trying to shoot one guy in, and then I see he's going to get ready to go. So I let him put me in. I pretend to switch over and go goon hand so he can see that I'm switching over. And then immediately I switch back and like back up where he can't see me, back up, and I'm shooting right in front of the bunker I know he's going to go to, right? Because he puts me in, he sees me switch, but he doesn't see me switch back, like back up a little bit and switch. So he's going to go to that next bunker and get blasted. And I've seen Joe actually do that in a few scenarios, so I know he's learned that technique. But I noticed that by teaching these kids at these clinics. Right. And these kids are incredibly good. I was even teaching some dads too. Like, there's this guy, Jay, him and his kids, like, they're incredible. They were just starting out, just getting into paintball. I remember the first day I met Jay and his kids. He was like, yeah, I'm here, and my kids are just getting into paintball. I'm really waiting for them to get in the tournament scene because this looks so cool. And now they're like playing NXL. They're with Power. They're with a Connecticut team called Power.
There are so many paintball teams.
TWE Power. But I'm telling you this, that team's a team to be reckoned with, and they've won a lot too. And not only that, but I mean, they've grown so much, like, as players, and thought creatively because of that experience. I've also grown, like, learning how to creatively play and how to creatively and tactically throw people out of the balance. Like, I'm that kind of player that's like, even my teammates don't know what I'm going to do half the time, because in certain situations, I just know how to switch the game over. If we're losing, I know how to just go. People are like, well, you're throwing your bot away, but taking one more down with you when you're down on bodies already. And I'm like, yeah, but then at that time, my teammate that has been playing with me knows to run the side here, and the other runs the side there, and that's why we won the point. Right. So it's scenarios like that where you have to have somebody to throw that curveball at them at the right time, at the right angle, and think creatively on how to do that. Or like, there was one time at NXL, I think it was Atlantic City, where I was at the tower on the Dorito side, and I was shooting at the snake side in the corner, and there's a bunker that blocks you there's a wing that blocked you from shooting the corner, like the snake one or whatever. And so instead of like, trying to ghost over it, because I'm not going to get the guy that way, I lifted my gun in the air and just shot down. You'll see, I have pictures of me doing this, and I was destroying people walking into that corner. They would go to that corner and they would just get roasted off the break, because I would just go to that tower, and rain hell as they slid straight into my stream. You got to think creatively in these aspects, and it works.
Oh,
but
yeah.
You learn this stuff by giving your time and teaching people. So don't look for a free handout by, like, oh, I'm sponsored. Oh, why would I teach you? Like, I'm better than you. I've played this forever. Like, same thing with like companies. It's like, what's my handout? What are you giving me in order for me to represent you? It's like, no, they're giving you so you can help them be successful.
Right.
You guys got to help each other be successful. It's not about one person getting a handout, right? What are they getting?
I got to interrupt you for just 1 second.
Go for it.
I actually have somebody saying hi from Twitch, and I assume that's Captain Ahab 4. But anyway, we very rarely get viewers on Twitch, but for those of you out there, I am live on Twitch along with YouTube and Facebook. So it's just really cool to see people from Twitch commenting. So, hey, Captain Ahab. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. People only stay on for so long. I was kind of hoping to say hello before they kicked out. But
can I try basically adding a post now on here?
Yeah, man. Go for it.
Let me try this real quick because I like this post a lot.
Yeah.
Right? Good job, Kenny.
Yep.
That's good. I like that a lot.
Now, have you met Kenny Stewart?
I think I have, actually, yes.
So
it's
Kenny
been like
Stewart,
one time I met him, I believe. I've met so many people in the last year and a half that even if they've been famous in the past or if I know somebody personally, it's like to my mind.
Right.
I think so. It's just I've got like the memory of a fish, I'm telling you. And Michelle can definitely vouch for me on that.
Yeah. So, where are you living now? Like, what city, state?
Maryland. We're in Annapolis.
Okay, because Kenny's in Michigan now. Why he left the
I do know Kenny.
states?
I do know Kenny, Michigan Kenny. I've met him before. I do know.
He just moved to Michigan, though.
It was recently I met him.
Yeah, he does the. It's basically a. It's mostly a Tippmann museum, but
I was talking to him on about I messaged him before about the museum
right
thing before, and then I messaged someone else about the Paintball Hall of Fame thing because I was saying like I think it was Kenny I was talking about the museum, maybe it was someone else, but
well, there's like 3-4 museums out there now.
I've definitely met Kenny.
Yeah.
And Kenny, I will shake your hand anytime, dude. I've definitely met you before. I know it for a fact. I know I've met you.
If you want to join us on the show, you're more than welcome to. Just so you know, just let me know and say yes, and I'll send you a link, whatever, because it'd be cool. But so 2021, man, how crazy was that for a year?
Event-wise, it was pretty crazy, but because for Ground Zero, we played a lot of mech. I've been only playing mech this year for the most part. No X-Ball, but. And I love it. It's great. My guys are just so much fun to be around. Oh, man. It's like win or lose, you're still family. And it's the best feeling. And that's what we grow. We like kind of figure out things. We've been kind of this year playing it more stale, like not playing it too many major events. We've been trying to stick to single format. So not like mounds or woods or hyperball. We're trying to go single format, become the best up at it, get better at that. And yes, I am healed up now. So 2022, Sanchez is back. Tell you that much. Sanchez is back 2022. What up, Chris?
And we got poor service here, but maybe another day. And he punks out again.
Look at you.
And we got JT of the Booney Boys. Hey, Jeff, good to see you. So, yeah, a lot of people don't tune in right away. It sort of builds up for a little bit because they're so used to other people like Fred monologuing forever.
Yeah. Well, speaking of which, soon, do you want to try and stop the combos for a sec? Take a break and maybe show a video?
We could, or you haven't even noticed my new background.
Oh, no, that's the first thing I noticed. That's the first thing I noticed. I don't want to bring it up right away.
But you didn't say anything.
I'm a man of mystery. What can I say?
What do you think, though?
I think it's awesome. I saw pictures of it on Facebook before. I was just so jealous that you have those are just such beauties back there.
Aren't they?
You call the purple one the beast, right?
Pardon?
The purple one's the beast, right?
Yeah, that one's my $40 automag. Yeah,
and that one has been Caesarized, correct?
Mm-hmm.
How does that shoot?
Dude, have you not seen the video?
I have definitely seen the video.
I've shot mine.
Yeah, so all ours are definitely Caesarized as well,
Yeah.
and it's a huge difference.
It really is.
My God.
I always
crazy.
laugh when the people say, "Oh, I'm an engineer and lubricant, blah blah blah. Everything he's saying, blah blah blah." Okay, fine. In the past, lubricants were, as a general rule, all the same, and stores were buying bulk air tool oil and things like that. And then they would repackage them into their own little packages, and then they would sell them. And one oil was pretty much the same as the other, unless you were going into Dow and things like that. Some people actually put a little bit of coloring in, so they bought the Dow grease, and then they put a little coloring in so that it looked like it was different. Same with the actual lube itself, or like oil itself. But Ultra Silk, this stuff is different. And anybody that has been playing paintball for any length of time, all I say is reach out to Caesar, and if you can catch up with somebody that has it, just try it.
I have it. If you guys ever need it, just let me know. I'll let you try it. And I'm not. I know I'm biased because I use it and I'm sponsored by them, whatever. But trust me, even if I wasn't, just trust me on this, okay?
I'm not technically sponsored by Ultra Silk.
So you're not biased.
Caesar's just like a super great guy, and he's like, "Here, Steve, try it." You know what I mean? Like, and so like I've got the new stuff, the old stuff. I got the boom juice around here somewhere.
Yep.
Ah, here it is. Like it's
incredible. And he's such a good guy too, Caesar. So basically, like, even though he hooks us up with sponsorship deals, whatever, for our products, whatnot.
Right.
Not only that, but he also told us, like, if I don't know what the code is because we haven't really been pushing it too hard, but he gave us like this code to tell people with. He's like, hey, if people end up using the Ultra Silk and they give us your code, I will take profit out of my own money and put it in your guys' bank account. That's how awesome he is. Like, he's
There's a code for the Ali Remember Foundation too. I really got to have that.
Yeah.
Like, I need Post-it notes. So
yeah,
it's like,
because
the code for this.
He's like, dude, they pay for it. They put in your code, and I'll give you like 10 or 50% of the profit I make to like your team. He's such a good person. Oh yeah, I have it here actually. What do you know? You're amazing. How'd you? It's actually it's 10% off the boom treatment, and we get extra money for it. And it's GZRed10 is our code, but try to find the Ali Remember Foundation one too.
Yeah. I know it's Ali something, but I don't remember what it is exactly. I also know that Ali has Ali Remember Foundation has a ton of product that they just sell. So
yeah, it's like
they actually color coded it purple for us.
Yeah, ours is red, but for obvious reasons. But
all right, we got Chris saying that the ICPL season will be wild. Absolutely,
it definitely will. Sanchez is back.
And it says lots of big moves been made.
How many injuries this year?
How many injuries this year? It's yet to be told. Mystery man, remember?
Oh, yeah.
And then we got Kenny saying, beautiful background, Steve. Thank you. Did you, by the way, have you seen the grips on this thing?
Which one?
This my Ultra Shocker. So this was one of Caesar's one of 15 that was made for 2020, right?
Yeah.
And then it was I don't know if you can see the
40
on the back.
the TM41?
Yeah. So there was only 15 of these made, and I believe there was only 5 in this color of Fire and Ice. But look what Martin of the Booney Boys made me for grips.
Oh, you have showed me this. I remember that, the popular unknown grips.
He actually made the grips so they perfectly match the anodizing.
Oh,
and he put my logo on it. So I have a mechanical shocker with custom grips.
That's so sick.
Like,
nice.
How cool is that?
Also, let me go ahead and do this now that I know how to do this. Yes, it is. And also the smoke guys are super cool. Some of my favorite guys. 100% support those guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, oh my God. They're cool guys. But have you ever get a chance to hang out with those guys? Do it. Those guys, the Misfits, like pretty much anyone who plays mechanical is like so much fun to hang out with. Just like,
are you gonna be doing the WCPL?
I believe we are. I mean, I'll be with GZ Red, so whatever their choice is, I'm there.
Right.
So, yeah, we're hoping on it. We definitely plan on doing it because we support Donaldson and the Blasters and all that too.
Right.
So we'll definitely be playing the New York one, 100%. 100%. And plus that event, my God, dude, reffing on point. Like Rosie, you got Rosie and the Blasters reffing it. There's no way there's going to be like not good reffing, right? Not experienced refs. It's
Right.
all the Blasters. Not only that, but they literally spend like, I don't know, like 2 months preparing just for that event. They built the entire field, like rebuilt the entire field. It was so good. So good.
Mark Gong of the OG Ironman.
What up, Mark?
He's such a cool dude.
He is, dude. I've never met him actually, but I've heard good things about all the OG Ironmen. Like I said,
And then-
Mechanical Life, you meet all these guys and they're just so cool.
Well, you meet I love Mechanical, and I think that I like it better than regular because there's a little more woods. They change up the fields a bit. I'm not a huge fan of the whole airball thing. And I'm not bashing it. I've played it. But the idea of having a gun and it goes as fast as you can shoot, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. I mean, I'm a fan of airball, to be honest, because that's what I grew up doing. I grew up like my first match was actually on a pallet field. But after that, my second day playing, I was already on a speedball field, on a 7-man field. And from then, that was like 2000, year 2000, I was already on a speedball field. And I was playing speedball my whole life until like 2 years ago when I met up with GZ Red or GZ Gold, sorry. We were playing like that and 24K and all that. And I've been an airball guy my whole life, but the culture and like learning the history and like meeting all the OGs and the cool, like I've never had more fun than I ever have playing paintball in mechanical. Like mechanical is so much fun, but airball has been like competitively where I like playing, you know, because it's just what I grew up doing.
Yeah, no. I get it. Like as far as I'm concerned, stick a paintball in my hands and paintball gun in my hands. Let's go. I got a call from Jim Lively today.
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
I can't discuss what we talked about, but like I love that. Like there's so many people out there that's like, oh Steve, you've done this, or so Steve, you've done that. And I'm like, thank you very much. And then there's the guys that I envy.
Yeah.
Like Bud's like, I'm gonna give you a snack one of these days if you don't stop. Like you mentioned Rosie. Rosie actually gave me this hat.
Oh, really? I love Rosie. He's still got to bring me to shoot guns soon. He owes me. Rosie
actually had him.
Owe me.
So there's Rosie, and I had Kevin Donaldson sign it too.
Nice.
Oh man, we've just killed 30 minutes of the show already.
It seems like we just started too.
Gone. What's the dog's name?
This is Pearl.
Suits it.
Yeah,
I like it.
Pearl. She's got her little Joy to the World scarf on.
I got her a little.
I'm surprised there's so few comments today. Like they were coming out, and then
I see. The Florida Annihilators. They're playing for the SPL events. So it's like those guys are. So Jay, oh my God, you guys know Jay. If you're if you guys know the Annihilators, he is by far he's the funniest guy. I love that guy. But funny story, I played Chicago ICPL with like 2 years ago with GZ Silver. They needed a body. And he was my roommate. So ever since then, I've called him Roomie, and he's called me Roomie. So me and Jay actually are roomies. We call each other. And he plays for the Florida Annihilators, and they're crushing it from what I hear. So from what I've seen, not what I hear. It's obvious. Right. Seeing it.
So Jeff says, how about a tournament where teams have to play Woodsball Mech, Woodsball Pump, and Airball Space Guns, Snake Space Guns?
I love space guns.
So just to clarify, Jeff, are you saying that one team should play mechanical, pump, and airball, speedball all in the same tournament?
Snake too, which is a whole different variation of paintball. There's Old West, or what is something ball? What is it? The initial I forget what it's called. They have different types of paintball, which growing up I learned about. So do you know about Snake or like about Civil War or any of that? You don't know about this? Oh my God. Everybody hears about like Protect the President, all those modes, but like growing up, when you're having fun with people, like even on the airball field, so Snake is like you're only playing the Snake. You have 2 guys in the corner, one guy in one corner, one guy in the other corner, and 2 guys in the Snake. and the first one of the 50 wins. So you're battling each other to either eliminate the other 2 players or get to the 50 snake, and that's it. Then once you get the 50 snake, the next team goes, and it's like a tournament series where you try to do that. And then there's also like Rocky was telling me about this. They had this old like name where they used to play, and Bud was telling me about this too. Bud, or
just to clarify, are we talking about Rocky Cagnoni or Rocky
Cagnoni.
Rocky Newth?
Cagnoni, sorry.
Okay, because
I've never actually met Rocky Newth. I've heard so many good things about the guy, dude.
Oh, he's hilarious.
I miss watching him play. I miss watching that guy play too. I miss it.
He's so intense, but in the best of ways.
Yeah. And then so there's that. Then there's Civil War, which is everybody goes no hopper on a speedball field. You have to physically load each ball individually and shoot.
See,
which is so much fun.
I gotta be honest with you. I hear about all these scenarios. I don't like them. And that's just personal preference. I like a flag or 2 flags. And I like the simplicity of it. And then after that, just go. Do you know what I mean? Like,
can I tell you why it's the better to like know all these scenarios?
Oh,
there's been so many times where I've been put in a scenario where I need to pick up a ball off the ground because my hopper's destroyed and is in my shirt. Pick up one ball and Civil War someone, for example, or the format play where you know that someone else's gun's down and your gun's down. You got to go get this guy kind of scenario. Or like if you play mechanical, you got to play a lot. It's not as fast. It's not rapid fire or whatnot. You don't have like 10 pods on your back that you can just keep dumping and dumping. You have 10 pods on your back to conserve as much as you can as a back player, really, because those are long points, which, I mean, not 10 pods. You have like 5 or 6 pods, but you don't carry as much in that scenario. But in X-Ball, you're just dumping paint left and right. Then you have the limited paint format where you learn how to attack. And so,
I get it. I like the simplicity of flags.
I do too. I miss the flags.
I don't like the buzzers because I think it takes an element out of paintball. Like it takes the timing out of it. Like it just, I mean, I understand why it's been done, and it's fine, but I like flags and I like simplicity. But I've had guns go down. Like I used to have an argument with a teammate. He insisted that running the autococker that you just use the standard War Game Products reg that doesn't have a knob in the front, right? Like he used to insist that. He goes, why would you change it? It's just one more thing to go wrong, yada, yada, yada. Do you know why you always want a knob on the front of the reg of an autococker?
Tell me.
Because if anything happens to those hoses, you can turn the air off to the pneumatics and you can pump. You can just turn the gun into a pump gun.
Yep.
You just back it off. And so if anything happens to the air hoses up front, you just back the reg off, the gun shuts down, and now it's just you cock it back, pull the trigger, cock it back, pull the trigger, and you just go. And you can just keep going.
Just like having an ASA, your regulator inside your gun, like say your grip reg is, if you have got no macro line, your grip reg is leaking like crazy because you took a dive and it's just spitting that air. You degas it and you wait. And when someone's coming, you gas it up again and you start shooting. Then you degas it and you wait. I mean, that's just what I've learned that too. So same scenario, kind of,
but not.
not really. Yeah, differently. But you degas it and then you use it in a different way.
Yeah.
So.
No, but with 1 second, like I've had it happen with this one.
So
this is Blackie. So you would just back the knob off,
right?
And then when you were playing, you just be like
physically pump it.
Yeah, like you just.
I love it.
And you have to hold it, and you'd shoot. Obviously, the air tank would stabilize it and stuff, but yeah. So you have videos that you want to show us?
I do. And speaking of your 2 flag rule, I'll show one of me from, I think, 2004. I was playing with a team called Ghost Paintball. It's like 2004 World Cup. And I was like 13 years old. I'm playing Snake with some like Cash Money Todd Martinez do-rag. So forgive me for the Cash Money because I'm not Todd Martinez. And he could pull it off and I can't. I love that guy too. Todd is the man.
He's hilarious.
I love Todd. He's one of my favorite guys. But yeah, I got the Cash Money do-rag, and it's like, it's not even like a sandana. It's like a legitimate do-rag I got at a dollar store.
Yeah.
Let me minimize myself for a sec. I'll pull up that video real quick, and then we'll do that way. One sec.
And he's gone. So he minimized himself, but he didn't minimize everything else. So for those of you who don't know, StreamYard, which is a software that I use, has the ability to bring a lot of new stuff here. So this is just funny. So everybody's waiting on Eric. He's there. I can see him in the green room. He's flipping me the bird right now. But yeah. So, dude, why did you minimize yourself completely
I'm gonna add myself
while you're
to
pulling this
stream.
up?
Well, I don't know.
There we go.
And then I'm going to go and add to stream this.
Yep. You're getting
And
it.
This. Wait, stop sharing. Let me try that. And then this. Better. Can you see it now?
No, you deleted it off. You.
Oh my god.
In the
You
stream.
deleted off the thing.
Let me add it again then. This time it'll work. So I was on a different video.
It's all good.
All right, this. Share screen. Do that.
Just remember to watch the volume because we don't want to blast our.
Yeah, I already
listeners.
updated the volume there. There it is. There it is. And then we do that. Is it on?
Yep.
All right, I'm
Now you just gotta. Now you actually gotta share it from the StreamYard thing, but I can do that.
Okay.
You do it because we're.
All right.
Ready?
Yep.
All right, there we go. I'm that guy in that back Dorito and the snake. My voice is super high too. I apologize.
Oh, come on, daughter.
Well, you hadn't hit puberty yet.
I still haven't hit puberty. I don't know what you're talking about.
I know.
One sec. I'm gonna get my chargers right here. One sec.
All right, you go have fun. We have no idea how much longer this video is or why we're watching it. You just sort of walk away. You just walk away.
Watch me all day. No, I'm kidding. Anyway, the video's like another like 20 or 30 seconds or so.
Yep.
Wait, no, I lied. It's 45 seconds. 15 balls per second.
Josh says he likes my shirt. Thank you, Josh. I appreciate it. It is an Intensity hoodie that they made for me. And it's actually really cool. It's actually got all my logos in the hood. And it's got my logo on my ass. So I got a nice big handprint on my butt. And we got Connor from Australia saying hey. So, hey, Connor.
What up, Connor? Yeah, look at that awkward ass dive I got.
It's very I was gonna say it's very grainy, but we're looking through the net.
Yeah, there was no media other than Dirter and all that was allowed inside. Like you had to pay to have a service for the year, season, whatever. So we had to film from outside the netting. But
have you met Connor, by the way, Eric?
Not in person, but I've met him on the podcast before.
Oh, okay, cool.
He's from Australia, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's actually home from the hospital now, which is awesome.
Nice.
Still healing, but.
So this is I was showing this video because it's double flag. This was back when we had two flags at the flag station, one at either end. So the buzzer.
Now, is this 5-man or 10-man or?
This is X-ball. This is the last point of the X-ball match.
Okay.
I'm just rapping and shooting everybody. This guy actually, literally, as he walked up, look, right now, he just shot me, stood up and shot me. And the ref's like, nah, he's clean. It's like, that guy literally just turned around and shot me. He's trying to wipe me off. But right there, he just shot me. Ref's like, nah, he's clean, dude. The guy just shot him. It should have been a major or a gross major or something nowadays, but,
yeah,
you know, it's like, back then, they didn't know what to do.
Yeah, well, and it's not even so much back then. I mean, you get good refs, you get you get bad refs, you get like.
Oh, this was center flag. Sorry, I'm sorry. This is center flag. I don't know why I was thinking that. Maybe this was 5-man. This might have been 5-man. No, this was X-ball. I remember this being X-ball. What was X-ball? X-ball was center flag back then. Wow, it's been a while.
Just a little bit.
Oh man, it's been so long. 7-man was at 2 flags. X-ball was 1 flag back then.
Yeah,
I forgot about that.
I always like the flags. I mean,
Yeah,
I
I have
understand with the buzzers, but I don't know. I think the flag pull and the flags having points. I think that's a. It just gives the game that little extra. You know what I mean?
Oh, one sec. Let me go ahead and delete that stupid ad. There
It's
we
okay.
go.
I shrunk it off the
Goodbye.
screen.
Yeah, goodbye to that, right?
Yeah. So.
Thank you, YouTube.
Yeah, they just want to make our lives difficult.
Always.
So, what are you looking forward to the most in 2022?
Honestly, playing again. It's been a couple months now since I've been able to really play. I've been stepping on the field still. I've been coming every now and then to NR, although recently not so much. But we go to NR in Maryland, and been drilling with Mingo from ML Kings. I wasn't drilling, but I was having Michelle do some drilling with her. So she's been trying to play with the Valkyries, and she's been playing a lot of Snake. So it's the most Snake corner, but she's learning. So she's getting there, but she's not afraid to like jump in and just do anything. Like she's ready.
Oh, I know. She's awesome. I was so happy to meet her on ICC.
Like I actually have videos of her like legitimately trying to get to the 50 Snake on like her second time ever playing. I just gave her like a Lux and like a mask, and I'm like, all right, you're gonna go to this corner and then you're gonna try to get Hero eventually. No, she just went like right around it and just tried to dip straight in there. Got blown up, but like, she tried it. I was like,
I got to pause you for a second. I love how when you get to a certain level in paintball where it's like, yeah, I just gave her a Lux and this, and it's like, just go. And like, we don't even think about it. It's like, here's our gun, take it. Well, if something goes wrong, we'll fix it. We'll replace it. Like, it's just a marker. You go out onto a rec field and they'll be like, I've got a Lux. And I'm like, really? And I mean, Luxes are fantastic guns. Don't get me wrong. Not my personal taste. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love
until they've been Caesarized. Trust me.
No. It's the ergonomics. Like I don't like how a Lux feels in my hands, and that is in no way, shape, or form putting down the gun. It is a beast and a half.
But I love for me, shot. It's so pristine.
Like I said, like the Lux, the CS2, the Field 1-4s, like they're all fantastic top of the line guns, but I'm not a fan of how the Lux feels. I have nothing but great things to say about it. I'll just never buy one.
Yeah, no worries about that. It's all about your preference.
I'd take one even if it was offered to me for free. I would probably say, can you give me a shocker?
What? I love the shocker too, but like if you're willing to give you a Lux for free.
Let's say Russell Jackson right now was to come up to me and go, Steve, we want to give you a brand new Lux for you to use and play with for the year. I'd be like, thank you very much. Not my thing. Can I have a shocker? Which is cheaper, but I like how it feels better. Like
some people like that tighter grip too. That's and with you, like you're a mag player and you play with.
No, I'm a cocker player.
Yeah, I was going to say cocker, but you also have a mag as well. So that feel is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So it's more like a shocker feel than a Lux feel, which has got a wider grip, a different stance, like a different with your hand at least, different stance,
right?
Different grip, which I can understand the feel for.
Yeah. In no way, shape, or form though am I putting it down. Like they are absolutely incredible. There's like a tie of the top three guns. It's Lux, CS2, and the Field 1. Those are, and then I guess we have to include the die, whatever matrix is the top of the line these days. I've lost touch, but those are like the four best guns on the market, period.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, I like just a little bit lower because that's just who I am.
Yeah, it's who you are. It's totally understandable. Like I'll honestly shoot anything. Like back then, like even back at that time during that video, I wanted to be on Tipman Effect. I wanted to shoot a Tipman with a Matrix board. I didn't care. I wanted whatever I could. I loved paintball so much. I still do. So
go ahead, Melissa. Just give him a slap. Put a hand over his mouth. Gag him. Whatever you want to do.
Melissa. She's like Melissa.
Sorry,
Michelle.
Michelle.
Melissa. No,
that's all right. I'll deal with it later. Don't worry.
I know that's why I said it. It's on purpose. Smack him again. Anyway.
No. Go. Okay. No, I was gonna say talking.
So I got Okay, sorry. I cut you off. Wow, I cut you off. Cover me.
So anyway, speaking of next generation, this one every time we visit my kids, he's got them training. He's got him running. I picked my house. I was like, "You guys all right?" He's like training them, drilling them back and forth.
Yeah, I've got them on
They're
the
all
starting
up on
stances and the initial push-offs, and they're like 4 years old, 6 years old, 9 years old. I've already got them training to like be ready to go.
He's got them like.
They're incredible. But
Look, especially the youngest and the oldest.
yeah, they all love
boys.
the paint. They've got their Nerf guns. They're ready to like start playing already.
All right, so Mingo and I won NXL Chicago 10-man this year. He played over me while I was in the Snake.
That sounds like Mingo. Mingo's the
Mingo?
guy I trained with at NR. He's an incredibly good player.
Okay.
He plays for the ML Kings. He's so brilliant. He's not just a good like technical player. He's just so brilliant, like methodically, like tactically. It's like if you get him, you get him.
Oh, Mingo's
But if
awesome.
you don't, then you're not going to play so well with him. You just need to like you have to understand that you will not like fully understand what he's saying until you just take in every word that he's talking about. Like understand that he's very like intelligent up here. It's more than like he's more of a tactician than I am. And once I realized that, and I was not like so up high up my horse and like, oh no, it's Mingo, like he's cheating or whatever. No, it's like once I understood and I took a level down where I'm like, okay, he actually is legitimately very intelligent tactically. Let me listen to this guy. And there's a few people who do and religiously will drill with this guy. He'll do the drills over and over and learn certain things. And he's just got like, so much knowledge. Sorry.
I was gonna say, as I found out, if you did, he makes you go back and redo the whole thing.
Yeah, say you do something wrong, he's like, all right, or like barely do it wrong. He's like, all right, good job. Do it again 10 more times. Right 10 times. And I was like, all right,
10 times.
Do it again. No, yeah, he makes you do it over and over. But he'll like drill you until you understand it. And then mid-game, he'll tell you something, or like even after the game, he'll analyze something with you that you're like, oh, this is what happened. And he's like, no, that happened before this happened, which is because you did this. If you had done this way earlier, this wouldn't have happened, and then that wouldn't have happened. And I'm like, wow, that just blew my mind. Mingo is so intelligent. Like, you just need to trust the guy and listen to him in order to, like, get better. Especially when you're playing with him. He can take, like, a 2 on, or 1 on, like, 3, 1 on 4, like, no problem at our field sometimes. It's, like, not even a big deal to him. Like, he'll just casually do it.
Right.
So, but, if you play with him, like, on a team, like, you're working with him really well and, like, understanding him. Not saying the ML Kings don't, because they're actually getting really good now, is that you just got to listen to the guy because he'll bring you to the next level. But anyway, let me answer this question.
What are your 3 favorite triggers to use on an EMAC?
I got to say, I like the stock originally. I do like that. My version, I like the stock. I like for a mechanical, I like the Fang, and then the Inception trigger is really good too. It's extremely light, and the triggers are all very good. It really does depend on the valve for your speed. So if you want to go with a faster speed, you're going to need like a Deadly Wind hair valve or whatnot. They do a great adjustment on that too. Simon also takes that valve, does a little bit of adjustment. He works with them and he does a little bit of an adjustment. He does his own versions too on other stuff, and like it makes the valve so light that it's almost like a micro switch where you hit the trigger and it'll instantly like react like that, where you don't have to pull it all the way. You can like barely touch it and it goes. So you can literally like double finger rip on it. It's just like on a single trigger like that on an EMEC, and it's all about that. So as far as the feel of the trigger goes, I'm even down with the stock trigger. Actually, on my EMEC or my mech right now, I've just been rocking the stock trigger for forever until I recently got the Inception stuff because Simon hooked me up. But I just been using that and I've been fine. Even with the regular valve, I've been using that because I don't really like to like rip a lot of paint. I'm more of like a sniper side. Even in X-Ball, I've always been the guy to go out with like 2-3 pods, run the snake, and be like, if I run out of paint, then I didn't do it fast enough because I'm the front player kind of scenario, So
that's my buddy. That was the way my buddy Jimmy played too. He's like, or like, take a pod. He's like, I don't need it.
Yeah,
take a freaking pod.
People learn how to just over the years just kind of rip a lane, like shoot a lane. You're shooting a lane and ripping a lane, even with just one finger and mech. You're just holding someone out of there, right? But if you're holding them out, then they're not going to go in. And if they don't go in, then you're not going to hit them because you usually hit people 95% of the time on the run, not out of a snap. Like 95% of the time, people don't realize it. You get shot on the run. Off the break, making a move, doing a run through. You get shot all the time on the run, not as much as you'd think, getting snapped out. So if they're not moving, they're probably not going to get shot, right? So what you do is you shoot like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wait 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, shoot again, they're probably going to get there. That's when I time people, like when I am snap shooting. You put them in, one Mississippi, two Mississippi. You shoot a couple more balls. Most likely, if you're playing a lower division, they're going to come out the same level. People keep snapping out like this. They're going to come out the same spot, and they're going to be like, oh, he's not shooting at me, and come out. They usually have a 2 Mississippi rule. It's something I've learned over the years.
Yep.
Some people have 1 Mississippi. Some people have 3 Mississippi. Some people will just wait and try to really throw you off, but that's usually at a higher level. And once you get to D2 or D1, that's when they really start going different levels, high, low. I've seen people go at a tower all the way, press their tank to the grass and come out and snap you there, and then go stand all the way up and come high again. People just got to get creative. And in these lower divisions, you'll just see people coming out 1, 2, 1, 2, just trying to snap with each other or try okay, I'm in. Hey, can you shoot this? And they see that someone's not shooting out anymore. They'll come out and try to put them in. It's usually a 2 Mississippi rule. You'll hit them right away.
Yep.
What up, Jamie?
Oh. Yep.
So
Jamie Connolly is saying, what up? So, we just blew through almost an hour.
It doesn't seem real. We're just having so much fun here.
That's easy
I know.
for us.
Yeah. It's crazy. But yeah, I think it's just incredible. The things that you can literally just talk about and realize, just talking about things, you realize things, and also help it. Like I said, when we were talking about helping people, growing the sport by training people, you might not be a pro, but you can do your own little private free clinics. Don't charge anybody. Just bring them up. Be like, hey, I'm going to teach the younger crowd how to play paintball, or teach the inexperienced crowd how to play paintball. I'm a tournament paintball player. I'm not the best. I haven't really, done much, but I know I can help people. I'm going to go help people. That's what you should be thinking, and going to help people. Because number one, then they're going to turn to you when they turn pro and be like, this kid taught me, right?
Yep.
So just how it is.
You're not wrong. It was the Booney Boys that really taught me how to play. Flat out. They were always saying, we need practice. We need people to practice against. I'd be like, I'll play.
Yeah.
Got my ass kicked time and time again. But they're like,
absolutely.
Who needs it? I'll play. You know what I mean? Just.
It's really what it comes down to, is just having someone expose you to all these things, and being able, even us talking about this now, we're exposing people to realize, for example, the 2 Mississippi rule when you're snapping people at lower divisions and how they come out at the same level. If you're at the lower level divisions and you're that 2 Mississippi person, or if you're coming out at the same level every single time, now you know not to do it. We helped you, right?
Yep.
So now you're.
I used to love.
How many times did you stand in for the mirror?
Pop 3 shots, pop 3 shots, pop 3 shots, and you pop 3 shots, and then you just go hiccup, pop, and then they would come out, and just as they're coming out,
yep,
right in the face.
Yeah, there's just so many techniques that you can learn. I was shooting at people, trying to shoot them on the run or whatever, and I learned that that's not the best way to do it. Growing up,
behind them.
You shoot exactly. If I'm on an X-ball field, an NXL event, when I'm especially off the break shooting, I don't shoot at an area that I'm trying to shoot at. I don't even shoot at a person. I pick out a bunker on the opposite field behind the netting that I can see, their corner or something. If I'm trying to shoot the snake guy from home, and I just shoot at their corner from the opposite field, well, that's going to be pretty much lined up with the lane and the height that I have to aim at to perfectly drop that into the snake lane right when he dives. So when I go, I just aim at that, and it's an immediate. I'm shooting at a farther target, which means it's easier for me to just point at that and be way more accurate.
Right.
So instantly, my shot's I'm blowing everybody up in the face as they dive into the snake with every single ball. That's just how it is. People don't realize that they're trying to shoot at people or try to shoot at a zone, They try to put a target in the zone that they're trying to shoot at, a cone in the background or something, trying to cheat that way. No, shoot at a way farther target, a branch on a tree if you're playing mech or something like that, way away. A small leaf that's a mile away that you can barely see a speckle of, but you got your eye on it now. And then off the break, once the buzzer runs, or it goes off, you shoot at that tiny little twig or tiny little leaf or whatever, and your shots are on point. And people are like, "You're a great off the break shooter. What are you doing?" Shooting at something way, way far away. So, hey,
Jamie asked if you're going to be at New York.
100%. It's Donaldson's event, and that is the event to go to. I am telling you, that is probably the best event I've ever been at. So, by far, I will be there. I'm telling you, Donaldson and his crew, the Blasters, they run a tight ship trying to get that together for months. They spent 2 months trying to just set up that event. The field was there. It was one of the original fields, and they put everything together with so much support from just the blasters and
It's
Jared
the
Braun was
oldest-
helping out too. And
It's the
just like,
oldest paintball field in the world.
yeah, and it was there was not, when I say there was not a leaf on the ground, like these guys literally like leaf blew everything and picked everything up individually.
Believe it. No,
And these are like multiple like big super spread out areas where they had to dig things out. They took like backhoes. They literally built an entire parking lot and cemented an entire parking lot in the area for people. Like, it's incredible the things that they did. It's just, I can't wait for this next year, because that was only the first year. I can't even imagine what they're going to do the second year.
I wouldn't exactly call it the first.
Well, I mean, the first modern year is what I'm about to say.
Right.
Yeah, the first modern year.
They were the first World Cup, right?
Right. I meant the first modern with the blasters.
Right.
I'm just
making sure you know that the first World Cup was there. Like,
I'm glad you called me out on that, because that was totally unacceptable to me, and I totally agree with you.
Oh,
and we got to say hi back to Kathy Alvarez.
Absolutely.
No,
yeah. We were talking about the.
But she didn't say hi to me.
Oh,
rude.
We were just talking about the Valkyries and Michelle training with Mingo.
And then Jamie says, I'm getting my guys ironed out. Hopefully can make it. If not, I'll go with Rob. I'm probably going to be in New York as well. It's like an 80-90% chance I'll be there, and I'll be playing with the Ali Remembered Foundation Corsairs.
Nice. So anyone who can hear this from the Annihilators, by the way, roomie is mine. I'm rooming with roomie. We're gonna room with roomie.
Wait.
Wait. It's a tradition. It needs to keep going on at events. So
no.
We'll figure it out.
This means no sleep. No.
Do we ever sleep?
No, yeah.
Good point. All right. So
okay. So just I'm first of all, Jeff is going to be there with the Booney Boys, COVID willing. That's what he means by we. So that's awesome. So you have a lovely girlfriend.
Thank you.
Like, as far as paintball girlfriends go, she's like an 11 on the 1 to 10 scale.
I think so.
Right?
Yeah, just about. I can't give an actual number because I'll get in trouble no matter how high I put it. She'll be like, "What? I'm only a 19 out of 10."
No,
she won't do that.
Makes me out to be someone I'm not.
So my point of this is, why would you room with other people when there's already the two of you?
It's just a joke. We kind of give each other like a lot of banter back and forth.
Yeah, he says it's a joke, and then he goes and does something, and I'm like, why am I not surprised?
So we live our lives here kind of like based on comedy and humor. Like, I'm the funny one. I'm the fun guy. I'm the mushroom of the group. But she's I think so. Yeah, but this is literally like a typical fight between us.
Until you find the thermostat is always set at 69 in the winter because it's humorous.
True. It's funny. Our thermostat is literally at 69 all the time because it's just funny.
Bought me a space heater that I refuse to take out of the box because of the history of those things. I hate it, and he says, "You need this," and I'm like, "You have the thermostat set to." You're like, "You're being stubborn." Well, excuse me, you're the one having the thermostat set to 69 because it's funny.
I see that. Nice.
All right, now I'm not just Jeff saying, Steve, don't go there.
Yeah. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you. I
gotta be me. And Jamie says he's hopping off. Well, dude, the nice thing is all of this is easily found on YouTube. So, I mean, I don't have a whole lot of subscribers on YouTube, which sucks, but it is what it is. But if you ever want to go back and watch previous shows, things like that, everything gets streamed live to YouTube, not just Facebook. I'm going to Facebook in various areas. I'm going to YouTube, and I'm going to Twitch. But the nice thing about the YouTube is that you can go back and watch episodes and find it easily without all the clutter. So,
yeah. Well, you want to take a quick breather, show another video? Maybe?
Well, before we do that, we got Josh saying, what are your top 5 hoppers to use?
Oh, here he goes.
See,
oh my God.
All right, so I'm going to interrupt him. I'm going to answer this one for a second.
Go for it.
There's only 2 hoppers really worth mentioning at this time. There are the Spires, which are stupid reliable, stupid easy to clean. They don't feed that fast as compared to, say, the die rotor. But there's a reason why most people just grab the Spire, use the Spire. Now, are there other hoppers? Yes, they are. Are they fine? Sure. Can you get them at a used price? Are they underrated? Maybe. But to say top 5 hoppers, there's only really 2 worth really talking about, unless you're getting into price, value, whatever. But I absolutely love the Virtue hoppers. Like, I think that they are just the cat's ass, and they're the only hopper that I liked more than those
Cat's
was
ass.
they are the only hopper
I've never
that
heard that in my
Not
life.
the dog's
the only hopper that I liked better than that were the old Revies prior to Brass Eagle buying them out.
That's what I was going to say. I was going to say literally that.
And then if you're going to shoot fast, and this is a big misconception a lot of people have. They're like, oh, my gun can cycle 40 balls a second, which, by the way, is what I was told my E-bladed Oracle will shoot. It'll cycle at is 40 balls a second. That's what I'm told. I've never tried to do that. I never will try to do that. I don't like shooting above 11 balls a second. But if you want a gun to shoot fast, paint only feeds so fast. And hoppers can be like, when you're trying to feed it really fast, it's really abusive on paint. The paint will break.
Blender.
So the only hopper that's of any real speed is the die rotors. So those are really the only 2 hoppers worth discussing. Everything else after that are, well, this is okay for this, but not okay for that. Or, this is great for the money or the value. Like, I mean, I know the Valken loaders are getting some pretty good reviews, but they're just,
it's funny. I saw a YouTube video on this. Actually, some guy actually tested the theory of all the fastest hoppers, the fastest hopper on the planet, right? And even with the die rotor was second. Because for the first favorite, fastest hopper was the Revy.
That's not possible.
It's an agitated loader. It's a Revy. The design of the egg shape, like the bottom egg shape with the agitator, they tested it in front of you on YouTube on this test video. It's the fastest because gravity fed is fast, but it jams out. It's really fast. So gravity is actually technically the fastest, faster than force feed, because when it I forget the exact. I'm going to find this video. I'm going to find this video. I'm going to show you.
I will flat out tell you right now. You take 20, 30 paintballs, you put them in a tube, so they're straight up and down, and you let it fall. Gravity will only allow paint to feed at 11 balls a second. That's as fast as gravity will take it. Nothing faster. So if it's just an agitated loader, you're capped out at 11 balls a second, no matter what. And if they're bobbling around, it's going to slow them down further.
I'm going to go ahead and agree with you on this one for now, because I don't have the proof in front of me. But once I send you this video, you're going to be like, wow, he was right. Okay.
No,
I'm going to agree with you for now.
I am going to call him BS on him too, because the scientific fact is the only way.
Don't click. I click.
Don't click. Quit throwing snowballs.
He showed me how to do it, so you don't know how to do it really. I don't want you to hit the wrong button and we close out of this.
That's pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah. No, the paint will only feed at 11 balls a second. That's by gravity. So if you don't have a hopper that's force feeding, it won't speed up.
Did you break it?
You just can't. Now with the Virtue loaders, they don't actually grab the ball and force it in, but there is a propeller, because there's the paint sits on top of it and it forces the paint in faster. The old Eggolutions or Revy Evolutions, those were pretty fast. But like when they were modified. But other than that, the fastest loader, hands down, is the die loader, and it can feed you into like the 20, 30 balls a second area. But
I'm going to go ahead and agree with you on this for now, because I have no proof to prove up my point. But if I find it, I will show you. How's that sound?
Yeah, no, and that's fine. And you know what? I would love to do a full show just discussing loaders and stuff. Here's another thing. Here's another fun fact for you. Tom K and the guys at the time, they were testing whether or not longer barrels help. Do you know how long a barrel needs to be in paintball for maximum efficiency?
I think it's 8 inches, right?
9.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I figured it was
Anything
something like
past 9 doesn't matter.
that. Yeah.
Now, I argue that I like how a longer barrel balances out the gun, and I also like how the porting changes the sound signature,
Mhm.
and I find that the ball flies a little bit straighter if it's got a well-ported barrel.
It definitely does, yeah.
But that being said, it doesn't actually affect the speed or distance, but I think that the porting just tends to make the ball fly just a little bit straighter.
Yep.
And I think it's because of how it releases the gas, because a paintball is more like a water balloon than an egg. And
Yep.
with the gas hitting, it wobbles. So having that chance to dissipate the air keeps the ball just a little more aerodynamic, and it flies a little straighter. But as far as speed and accuracy stuff goes, apparently the only thing that really matters is as long as it's 9 inches, and anything after that is not really.
Yeah. I think I saw a little Facebook post update from my buddy Rakeem. He posted something where it said he was using his finger, and he was like, he said, what was it? Longer barrel it does not make the ball go farther. And then also he had another one that said like freezing paint is
that's brick.
Paint. Yeah, brick. Yeah, he put that. I mean, he's a smart guy too. He knows this stuff. So yeah. So like it's just cool to like know that stuff. But yeah, like for example, the Tippmann barrel, it's not accurate. It goes left, right, whatever. It's because it's not bored for it, and also because it's got a huge bore and it's not really bored for it for the paint that you're going to be shooting.
Have you ever looked down the inside of one of the old Tippmann 98 barrels?
It's disgusting. I'm telling
you. There's this much anodizing, and the rest of it's still rough bore.
Yeah, but you know what? They do go far. That short barrel's got no resistance on the ball. It's a big bore, so there's nothing really you'll break a lot of paint in the barrel, and it's not going to be like as accurate. But I'm telling you, resistance on the ball is very crucial. And I'm spoiled because I got my stuff, my barrels and my markers all Caesarized, and they're all fully like cooked lubricant on those. But even with like a short barrel like that, there's really like no resistance on the ball, like barely any. So it's going to go far. The longer your barrel is, the more resistance you have on your ball. It just makes sense, right? So the shorter it's going to go. It might be a little bit straighter if it's ported because it's got ported spots to it, but it's not going to make it go farther. So, if you have like ideally like an 8 or 9 inch barrel, 10-inch barrel that's Caesarized, I'm telling you, then my God, you're just going to be unstoppable on distance and probably accurate.
As long as it's bore sized properly.
Right, yeah. You're going to feel like you're shooting at like 350 feet per second because it's just going to keep going. It's just going to keep going.
Was there another video you wanted to show? Sorry,
Sure. Yeah.
Josh asked the question, so we had to answer that. But
yeah, let me go ahead and pull that one up right now.
All right.
Go ahead and do this.
So while he's doing that, Michelle, can you hear me?
I can hear you a little bit.
Excellent.
The headphones
through my own headphones. That's how loud it is.
Some of what you say, but not the whole thing.
What do you think of the new background?
Oh, I love it.
It's not done yet, but it's in progress still. But Fred wanted me on the show last night, and so I had to do that. And then I was going to work on it more today, but my son was like, Dad, can we please make the baby Yoda?
I saw it. Nice.
Things like this tall. It took me hours.
Yeah, it looked like pretty big in the picture.
Yeah.
I hadn't seen it in person,
huge.
so I didn't know, but like looking in the picture, it looked like comparatively.
All right, I got it ready. This one is just a video I made. I was with a team I called Baltimore Savage. I made it. We had like the trauma logos. We're gonna try like make an actual trauma like Baltimore team again because we were big trauma fans back then. Even though these guys, none of them had ever really played a tournament. One of them had never played paintball before, but they had really never played a tournament in their lives. And we went to Vegas, first event of the year, after less than a month of training. And we were being trained by Mingo, and we ended up taking it. Let me go ahead and start it real quick. A little documentary kind of video.
Team Savage, building this year, 2016, we brought 3 new joiners that never went to a tournament. They went to Vegas and they won. I think that's very impressive for someone that has no experience in tournaments.
Brian Chung, Baltimore Savage. Shout out to NR Paintball guys. Love you guys here in Maryland.
So I guess we're a fairly new team. I really truly started playing paintball.
And what year was this?
2019.
Tournament
It was
NXL Las
D4
Vegas.
5-man. Because it was our first event ever. We tried D4 5-man, and we played like probably about 3 months together. We met each other like some random day. A lot of them were just playing for rec ball for the first time like ever. And Mingo trained us, and we got to this level like in 3 weeks.
Nice.
Vegas.
I miss Vegas. I've only been there the one time, but that was just so awesome.
I've never lost a Vegas event in my life, by the way. I've won 3. So, funny story about that. Well, there was one event I was registered for a team on Vegas. I didn't play. They sat me the whole time, and we lost. So I don't count that one. But I didn't play 1 point that event.
I thought the guy had pods on his shoulders there for a second. But it was just the angle from the other guy. But it looked like he had pods on his shoulder, like he was full of Boba Fett.
Nice. That'd be a cool paintball player.
Every single match in semis, someone came out on top. We played well, grinded out the points. Got to the finals, had some clutch plays in the finals, came out on top.
You're the player for Savage, calling out W to the center player. He's looking for it. Oh, 2 YP players off on the Drita side get shot out at the same time. Oh, nice move by Savage, or excuse me, YP to come around and eliminate that W player. Wall.
That's awesome. Now, is the team still together?
No, most of them are. Well, we all still play at the same field, except for one of our players moved to Vegas after this event. Literally, after he did, we kind of had a tough time to keep the team together. So we played the rest of the season, but
we came out on top.
We took we took at least 4th place every event, but we took the series, but we fell apart after that.
Oh, that sucks. But I mean, you're with GZ Red now, so.
Yeah, well, we didn't really fall apart. We're all still really good friends, but they all play for other teams.
Right. That's how paintball goes, though.
Yeah. Like Troy actually doesn't even play for a team, but he's at the field every Sunday and every Saturday playing with Mingo. He's been doing that for years, trying to get better.
We got a great coach, and we're going to go from there.
What's the point of getting better if you're not part of a team?
Well, the theology behind, or the theoretical science behind that is he's insanely good, like as an individual player, but he's trying to find the right moment to find a nice crew like what we had, so that then, when you have a right crew that trusts each other, it's like no one can stop you.
I do look forward to help this team and make it grow. I just have a great future in the sport.
Kathy's asking what Michelle's shooting at WCPL in June.
She's probably shooting my Lux mechanical, to be honest, or she's got a Geo as well. But
I don't know, and honestly, Kathy, right now, I don't know for your dad's health. We're watching that.
Josh Silverman gave her a Geo, by the way. He doesn't want us to tell anybody.
I did nothing but believe
He's the nicest guy on the face of this planet.
all the way in Vegas. We had some hardships, a lot of them, especially on the first day for me. I had my gun stolen. I had to use somebody else's gun, just praying that they would get there 6:30 in the morning for us to start the event.
That's when I pulled that 3-on-1 at the end to win it. This is the last point. I shot the snake guy, I shot that guy, and I bunkered this guy who was trying to wrap and shoot me. And he spun around, tried to shoot me back, and I was like, nope, you're out. Did a run through on a 1-on-3 and pulled it off. It was the greatest moment of my paintball career. One of my greatest moments. So when you have to make something happen, and you're like, oh crap.
Excuse me, celebrating.
So you shoot the snake guy, you immediately come out, shoot the D side, and bunker the 50.
Nice.
So, yeah, that's that one. But yeah, that's
Eric
fun.
was the first time playing Woodsball at Woodsball World Cup in May. I'm guessing that's a huge no, but
well, it's not a huge no. It's a no, but maybe a year before that, I played with a GZ Gold and like GZ 24K, and played with GZ Silver, and then eventually I met up with the GZ Red guys. Will Arroyo got me hooked up with those guys, and I never went back because those guys are just. It's like they immediately just accepted me as family, and when you have a team that accepts you like family. Every team that I've ever just been felt so close to, either we've just immediately won all of our events or we just have so much fun doing it that I just want to keep doing it. Right. So like my college team, we were like unstoppable, and it was our first semester together as a college team, but we felt so close together, and we were just doing things. I have a video of that too. I'll show you later. But I'll put it on here later. But anyway, my college team was unstoppable. We took nothing less than second place the entire series, and at nationals we took third. And there was like 156 teams in Class AA and national. We took third. And then what else? My Baltimore Savage Team Avalanche, the Avalanche franchise team that I got put on,
right,
with like Harrison and Joe and all them. Like we were just like feeling so close to each other. Like everyone, we only played like 3 events together as that team, but like, or two events as a team, and we won all of our events. Like we won every point after we lost our. So DC, we had lost our first 4 points. We're like, all right, we're not going to make it. And then I'm like, you guys need to put me in the snake. I need to make something happen. You're putting me in the back, and I'm getting shot. I'm going to go 50 snake. And David Archibald looked me directly in the eye and saw like the fire in my eyes is what he said. And he's like, you're going 50 snake. And so I was like, all right, pumped it there, popped up 50 snake, wrapped around the 50 snake, didn't go shoot across. I wrapped around it and shot like 4 bodies, 5 bodies. We needed everybody to stay alive for the next 4 points and skunk four matches, whatever, to move on to Sunday. And guess what? We did it. And they're all packing up, getting ready to go home, being like, good job, guys. We didn't make it, whatever. I'm at the scoreboard, and like the last team to advance is Avalanche by literally half a point. Like by like time we made it or something. Like, and I'm like, all right, guys, I got good news and bad news. The good news is we made it to Sunday. The bad news is you got to unpack all your shit. And so we went into Sunday, and I think I was the only guy who got eliminated on Sunday at all. And it was in the finals, the second point. It was the third. Sorry, I got eliminated twice because we all lost the second point in the finals. And the third point, I got shot off the break, and everybody else stayed alive. It was against the Royals, and we won that. And it was my first ever national win, Harrison's first ever national win. I don't know if it was Joe's first national win or not, but like it was a lot of people's first national wins. Obviously, David won multiple World Cups in the past, but we took that up, and we went to the World Cup after that, World Championships in Vegas, and I don't think we lost a point. We barely lost bodies that event. We bet the Royals in the finals again, and we beat them, like destroyed them. So it felt good having a good team. It was close. Like we felt like family. And then I guess the whole Avalanche franchise kind of like fell apart, and we went our separate ways, which sucked. But and then also Baltimore Savage, for example, we felt like a family. We did so well together. We took nothing less than 4th place in NXL events when literally we all came together 3 months before Vegas. They were all playing rec ball with like Tipmans or whatever, and we had to get literally 2 of these guys at Tip. One guy had a Tipman. One guy didn't even own a gun. Had literally never played. And they all had never played tournaments. Like Gabe had a Geo that he was just playing rec ball with, and Brian was his friend who never really played, who was coming to the field, and Troy was like playing woods ball, and then there was me, and then Mingo. We just put a team together, and I was like, "Hey, you guys want to go to Vegas?" Mingo trained us, and we won Vegas. We kept it going, took nothing less than 4th place the entire season.
Nice.
So it was great. Even one event that I missed the Great Lakes Open because I had something going on with my work. We had this guy, Thomas Payne, T-Payne, we call him, obviously.
Right.
He filled in for us, and they destroyed it. They lost, but they took less than 4th, obviously, again. And I was so proud of them for doing that. We took the series champ trophy and whatnot. That's an NR Paintball. And then even Ground Zero Red, we're family. And like I think the first event that we really played together, we took 2nd. And then also the Woods Ball World Cup, we took like 3rd against the Misfits and then All Americans. Like, it's like we feel like family, we play better. And I feel like recently I've been injured, and I bring a lot of that, like, hey, let's stay family, like all the positive vibe kind of thing where we're all being family and whatnot. And me not being there, it's just been rough for them because, like, I'm a part of that family, and to, like, not have somebody there, I can feel how that is, just knowing that I'm not around. That's why I try to show up and, help Simon also just because he deserves it. But also, like,
Simon's awesome.
At ICC, I try to go and like support my boys as well. And she supported me, which is incredible. Love you. But yeah, so it's just about that, feeling like you're close and connected with the family of the guys or the girls or whatever. And it's just, you're going to be undefeated after a while. And so like with like Troy, for example, he went from Baltimore Savage to he played with Baltimore Nasty, semi-pro and all this stuff. And they were doing great. Now he's teamless because he's trying to find that niche again. He's trying to find a family that he can get together with and just be forced to be reckoned with. He's literally the definition of a savage. I'm telling you.
Go move the sun her way because she's staring at us.
Well, dude, listen, I hate to cut this short, but I'll be honest. I was sitting on this horrible stool while I was helping my son make that Lego Baby Yoda.
Mhm.
And my back is killing me. I need to stretch out. So I need to cut this short because I've got the pillow and the lumbar support, but I'm hurting.
Sounds good, bud.
Is there anything that you wanted to say before we shut this one down?
I love you guys all so much. So much. I love paintball so much.
I have a question.
She's got a question.
Shoot.
Where's Kieran? Hey,
Oh,
Kieran.
Kieran was there earlier. He was the first person to
I
post.
didn't see it.
He was the first person to
But
post.
now you're gonna scroll it up and
I'm going to scroll all the way up so you
Kieran
see.
didn't join in. That's so
No, Kieran
unlike
is always on.
Yep.
He was the first post.
Oh, there he
for
is.
sure. Look right there. Hi. And then he's all.
Okay.
Kieran's just everywhere. I love Kieran. He's such an inspiration for literally everybody.
Well, normally he's on this, but I was like, where is he tonight? I didn't see him.
But yeah, I mean, we're good here. I mean, I'll show my Southern Connecticut college video another time. But like,
yeah, absolutely.
This is incredible. Thanks for having me on. I really enjoyed it, dude.
I look forward to having you on a lot more in the future.
Anytime you need me, anytime you need her, you let us know. We're on.
Absolutely. Michelle, any final words?
Oh, put me on the spot, why don't you?
Always.
You can say no. Fuck off. It's allowed.
Why do you say goodbye to Kathy and I'll say goodbye to Steve?
Oh, now we're gonna be sexist.
No, fine. I'll say goodbye to Kathy. Bye, Kathy.
Kathy hasn't talked to me, so.
See you, Jeff. Happy New Year's, guys. Yeah, definitely happy New Year's.
Year,
to a better 2022.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Kathy, I love Kathy. She's great.
It's 2020 part 2.
Yeah, I know.
2022, except it's the better version. It's a 2.0.
Well, here's hoping.
See, 2020.
Let's just hope COVID takes a big
It's 2020.
bite.
I think that's funny. I don't know why I think that's funny, but it's funny.
This is great. The next week is a Hopper show. I don't know if next week is going to be the Hopper show or not. I think I'd like to collect some, have them in my hands,
and
just be able to say that this is this and this is that.
Awesome.
You know,
that works.
I'll do that. Yeah.
Speaking of hoppers,
no,
you know,
no, don't give him ideas. He'll try and shoot it out the
Oh yeah, I definitely will.
the window. Cars go by. Especially the motorcycle.
Oh my god, don't make me relive those days. College, my god.
No.
We used to have paintball battles on the highway when nobody was on. Like nobody was on the highway coming back from a paintball practice. If it's like dead at night, we've been practicing for hours. We were in college. Stupid of us. We would literally shoot up each other's cars on the highway. We were in masks. We shoot up each other's cars from the windows from like far distances. And we were so stupid, and I totally regret it. But it's a story.
I may or may have not have been involved in a paintball game in the middle of a hotel hallway. May or may not have. We're not sure.
Ours was the highway. We were playing paintball against each other, but nobody was on it.
In the 90s, the rules were different.
Yep.
They were just different. Like the food fights that happened in restaurants between teams, police being called because waitresses were getting hit, and that's classified as assault. Yeah, there was food fights.
There's still
the
a little
90s were a completely different paintball animal. Like,
yeah, for sure.
Like there's a reason why paintball was so great back then, is because there were rules, and the rules were only there so that we could break them. Like, it's just
like, for example, Old Town. People still do this at Old Town. They fill the fountain with bubbles like soap, and it just overflows onto the highway. That kind of stuff. Oh
but
every year.
That's very, very mild. And when I was at World Cup, I wasn't there this year. When I was at World Cup last year, the Old Town fountain got soaped 5 times over the course of the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
They'd go away, they clean it out, and then they'd soap it again. So I love this. I never did anything stupid involving paintball.
Yeah.
No
I know that's what I was just sharing. That's what I was sharing. I was like, thank you, Jeff, for that. You're so innocent, and we believe you so much. We're totally with you on this.
All right. Anyway, I'm going to shrink you down.
All
I'm going
right.
to say my goodbyes. Stay in the green room.
Hey.
I'll talk to you in a minute.
If you need me next week, I'm here, by the way.
All right.
So
have a happy new year, guys.
You
So
too,
glad
bud.
to have you on. Michelle, I'm glad you joined us. You just took the podcast up a little bit better.
yeah.
All right, guys. Have a good one.
See ya.
All right, everybody. That is my show for tonight. Sorry, but my back is killing me. I got to stretch out. Besides, we've done an hour and a half already, so it's a good show. Anyway, see you all next year. I won't see you next week. I'll see you next year. So keep your paint dry and play with passion, everybody. Talk to you soon. Ciao.